Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm out here in Youngstown, Ohio, with someone who's been on my channel before, Ed. He was in the Black Atheist in Youngstown video, and today we're going to be talking about how the Democrats need to, focus on the Midwestern states, focus on Rust Belt issues. We're out here in Youngstown, Ohio. This is where he's.
Is where I'm currently residing.
Yeah, currently residing. And I'm from Akron, so what do you think about the Democrats and them not really focusing on the Midwest?
Well, honestly, I think it's at a point where they only come to us when they need our votes and everything, especially like with what Hillary was doing and shit. She didn't spend too much time out here, to be honest with you.
No, she didn't.
And she wasn't saying the
well,
right
actually,
shit.
she did, but then I feel like she like she definitely was campaigning out here a lot, but then in places like Wisconsin and other places that they call their so-called blue wall, you didn't really see her spending that much time in, or in states where like let's say California or places where she knew she was going to win. But that's why I think they should also focus on a 50-state strategy.
Yeah, it should be a 50-state strategy, because you need to let everybody know that you got everybody's best interest in mind. You're not just going places where you think, oh, I could just snag them up and shit. Yeah. And another thing is, it got to a point where in the polls it looked like Ohio was going to Hillary and everything, at least with, media outlets and everything. So she kind of got comfortable at the end, thinking, oh, I got Ohio. This is no biggie,
Yeah, because when the Huffington Post was saying that she has a 99% chance of winning. I'm like, yo, if you go out to places in like some of the rural parts of the Midwest, you see nothing but Trump signs.
Man, oh my goodness. In the confines of the city of Youngstown, you would see Hillary signs and stuff, and you see a few Trump signs here, but as soon as you go out to any of these small little hick towns and stuff like that, yeah, I know that's not politically correct to say hick, but fuck it, I'm saying it anyway. When you go to these little fucking hick towns and shit in Ohio and West PA and shit, nothing but fucking Trump signs and shit. And you gotta understand, I went to a trade school and everything and stuff in Newcastle. Newcastle is also not really, it's not a big city. It's not an urban area. It's a lot of small town focus, small town mind and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they would always try to argue with me about how Trump was going to do fucking wonders for us. I was like, yo, listen, this dude is a fucking billionaire who has a history of ripping people off in the past for a multitude of fucking areas and shit. What exactly makes you think that this dude's going to give a fuck about us? I'm not saying that Hillary is really going to push for us like that too, but at least she's smart enough to tread waters lightly and not do nothing stupid and everything.
She's not going to put actually she probably would put some Goldman Sachs people onto into her cabinet, but I mean, people like Betsy DeVos and Rick Perry especially wouldn't be in charge of the Department of Energy, and that's also the department which is in charge of our nuclear arsenal. Rick Perry is in charge of our nuclear arsenal right now. That's
some scary shit.
Yeah.
And another thing, it was in the news recently that
I won't say much.
And listen, I heard so many people fucking amped about Trump. They were riding the Trump train tough. They were on Trump's nutsack out here and shit. You look at the comments in the fucking news, in the little news sections on Facebook and shit, all these fucking hillbillies giving their support for Trump, talking about build their wall, when I haven't seen a Mexican in I don't know how fucking long. I think 2 years, because I was back in Cali and shit. But
you used to live in California?
Yeah, San Diego. Yeah, so I haven't seen a Mexican in that long yet. These people are talking about build a wall, worrying about all the wrong shit and everything. And just recently there was an article about Trump coming to the Mahoning Valley and what he was supposed to come for.
The Mahoning Valley, that's like the
Youngstown area.
Yeah, it's like the nickname for Youngstown's metro area.
Yeah, it's basically from Youngstown to Warren to Sharon, Pennsylvania. Like,
Okay.
it's a multi-state area, or you know,
So
what
like
I'm
the
saying?
metro area.
It's a multi-state metro area and stuff. So basically, he was supposed to come here, and I shit you not, he was going to discuss lifting bans that Obama put that would let, you know, coal miners dump their waste in the fucking rivers and lakes. I shit you not. This is what he was going to sign for. I was like, and you motherfuckers voted for him? You know? You voted for someone who would jeopardize your health. It's like,
and I mean, like, and like, you know, but I do think that a lot of people in the Rust Belt are desperate because, like, you know, back in the day, like, a lot of people in our families would work for, you know, a lot of these industrial companies or whatever, like Goodyear, the steel companies, all these different companies, whatever. And they would you know, they started working there straight out of high school, and they could, you know, put their kids through college, buy a house, buy a car, and retire off a good pension with it. And now that those jobs are gone, so it's like when Trump lies and says we're going to bring those jobs back.
yeah.
A lot of those jobs are automated. Like, I can tell you that right now that you know, being an engineering student, and I've been into a lot of like different facilities or whatever that manufacture stuff. A lot of the stuff is just automated. You know, yeah, a lot of the stuff has went down to Mexico or overseas to China, or, you know, some of the Southeast Asian countries. But a lot of it's just, you know, automated machinery replacing workers. So that's something that needs to be discussed.
And it's also a mentality that people are just so desperate out here to, like, bring back the old industry and new way of life. It's like, has it ever occurred to you that maybe it might be time to bring in new industry and update your skills and stuff? I mean, I know they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but that's a bullshit theory in my opinion and everything. Like,
I mean, but like living in Youngstown, do you think that, you know, Trump is going to have a positive or negative impact on places like Youngstown or Akron or Cleveland?
Negative as fuck. Negative as fuck.
No.
But the even sadder part about it is, I honestly feel like these fucking shit kickers out here are gonna find some way to blame the Democrats and blame the liberals for it. Like, that's how fucking, like, their body is flooded with the Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck drinking it. They flooded their bodies with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some of these cats, there's no talking to them still. I mean, but I feel like there will be a few people who wake the fuck up, and that's when things will really get interesting. But I still believe, just by going around here and talking to the people that I've talked to, that there's still a good amount that are just so fucking undereducated that they'll just never fully comprehend, you know, why he's not a good president for us. And it's basically cognitive dissonance and shit. You know, they're told to believe.
Do you think a person like Bernie Sanders or like another progressive, like maybe Elizabeth Warren, if elected into a higher office, or, you know, people like that would gain more political party or power within like the Senate or the House, do you think they would have like a good impact on places like Youngstown or whatever?
Yeah. Bernie, but like I said, not the establishment Democrats, because the establishment Democrats have really led us into a fucked up place and everything and shit. And when I say that, I mean, like you were talking about earlier and stuff, pro corporation and stuff, basically they're pro lobbyists and everything. They're not doing things to help us. Like you said, they're a Republican light. What I believe is truly necessary for the Democratic Party and to help us out.
Oh shit, that person almost hit that KFC worker. Holy shit, bro.
Oh yeah, people drive like assholes around here.
Yeah, that's everywhere though.
Yeah,
Holy
but
shit,
as I said,
dude.
we need more Bernie-like politicians, and to be honest with you, I believe that number is going to rise, and that his type of, you know, progressivism is going to rise, but it might be slow, man. It might be slow. Hopefully And I don't hope anything bad goes on during these next 4 years and shit. But if something does go super wrong, I hope that it's enough to inspire and motivate the progressive movement and everything.
I think that what Trump is doing, like with making his his policy so brazen to a point where it's like he's making people who would probably just be on the sidelines, between like voting times or whatever. It's like he's making like millions upon millions of people pissed off at him, and then that's going to translate into, the Republicans are going to just lose power. Like the only reason that they're able to hold on to the House and the Senate is due to like extreme fucking gerrymandering. Like in Ohio, we have 8 Republican congressional districts and 4 Democrat districts. Look at our congressional map, and it makes no fucking sense. There's no Democratic district in Cincinnati or Columbus. They're all like compacted in Akron, Youngstown, and Cleveland. And it's like it's unbelievable. But like our state's like half and half, but the Republicans have 8 and we only have 4. It's insane.
And you know what? It's not even just a problem here. Like with gerrymandering, that shit is also big in that shit's also big in Texas. In fact, to the point where if the voting districts were set up a little different, Texas would be voting blue.
Well, I think that in the next couple of elections, Texas is going to flip into a blue state because, like, Texas is like, has a lot of, people who moved from other states such as California, and are people who are minorities, and you've seen in this last election where it was, I don't know, like probably what in 1 million votes or so.
Yeah.
And I think that Texas could definitely go blue. But another problem is that the Republicans are putting in voter restrictions, which want to cut down on the people who can vote and stuff like that. And I think that that's also something that needs to be fought, and the media needs to cover it a lot better.
Yeah, and they targeting certain people for that shit.
Yeah.
Blacks and Hispanics. They targeting them.
Yeah.
It's obvious because those are 2 sections of society that mainly vote liberal.
Yeah.
Asians also mainly vote liberal too, but you're only talking about like 4 to 6% of the population.
And also like more educated too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the more educated vote Democrat too. The Republican Party has had a thing for preying on the minds of poor white people.
Yeah.
They've had a thing, and the thing that boggles my mind is why they fucking vote for him. I mean, I know why they vote. It's because the Republicans, they spit that racist and bigoted shit, and they eat that shit the fuck up.
You know what it is? It was like, I think it was Johnson who said something, like Lyndon B Johnson, who said something along the lines like, you can take the lowest white man, and you can tell him that he's better than the most highest or well-educated black man, and he will let you reach into his pocket and steal from him because he thinks that he's so focused on another person. Yeah. And it's like while at the same time it's the people who are at the top who are just screwing everyone over, but it's like it's the divide and conquer strategy.
Yeah. And it's like, as I was talking about earlier with the dumping the coal mining waste into the water, which Trump was talking about lifting the bans on. It's crazy. These fucking poor white Republicans and shit would choose racism over their fucking health. Over their fucking health, bro. It's like, that's how fucking whacked out these loonies are. And I deal with this shit on a constant fucking basis being out here. I know sometimes you deal with it being in Akron and everything, but you have a lot more, well-minded people and shit, well-rounded people too.
Depends.
I mean, because out here you come across all different types of ignoramuses and shit. All different types of ignoramuses and shit. And I get in an argument. This dude, what is it? They always said that shit like, I like him because he's a fucking straight talker. I was like, what exactly do you mean by straight talker? Come on, say it. Don't fucking sugarcoat it or bullshit. Say it. He's like, the politically correct stuff. I'm just tired of. What do you mean by politically correct?
He says
like,
nigger. He doesn't say the N word.
That's what the fuck it is.
Straight
political
talker.
correct.
Boom, boom.
The fight against political correctness is basically racist people who want to say racist shit without getting in fucking trouble. That's what the fuck it is. That's what the fuck it is. No sugarcoating that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm against political correctness too, but in a different manner.
I think that. All right, you just go ahead.
Like, basically, if I want to call someone, if I think someone's a dumb cunt, I want to call them a dumb cunt. If someone's an ignoramus, I want to call them ignoramus. I believe
someone's acting like a bitch. Someone's acting like a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I believe political correctness should be, used to protect people for their physicalities and shit. The things that
But
they can't necessarily
I also think
help.
here's what I think. It's like, I think there's like a time and place to be rude, but like, I think just out the blue, be like rude as fuck to someone. I mean, like, yeah, you have that right, but then like, it's like, I don't know, it's sort of like dickish. I think.
I mean, don't go out of your way to.
And just be like, just be racist as fuck or some shit like that. But like, if you want to make jokes or some shit in like a certain setting, but if it's like at a Holocaust museum, you're making like Jewish jokes or some shit.
Oh yeah, that's a
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But like, if it's like, oh, you drinking or some shit, and you have like a friend who's like, I don't know, black or white or something, you make like an offhand joke. Yeah, okay, that's fine, whatever. But like, I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't really get a fan.
I don't know your place and time. And here's the thing. I believe political correctness in terms of physicalities, but in terms of mentalities.
We have a president who makes fun of like people with physical
and disabilities and shit.
Yeah. And like, oh, I didn't say that. It's like, dude, we have a fucking video of you saying that shit.
Yeah, and it was like you always see in the media, or not in the media, in faux news, Fox News, whatever you want to fucking call them and shit.
That's the real news. They speak the truth,
They say people are twisting the president's words. No, what the fuck?
Bro,
this is verbatim. We are watching these videos over and over again. What the fuck are you trying to say we're twisting his words? You have this shit on fucking video.
Hey, let's say, well, we're about to end this here, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.